the Elim River, just outside of Cooktown. And we got a lovely little beach camp here. What you cooking, Julie?
Peanut butter on English muffins.
That looks all right. Looks all right indeed. We've just had our coffee, and that's our view. Bloody beautiful. And of course, every campsite on the beach needs to have his requisite little shade sail that's been destroyed by the wind and left by some grub. And this is no different. Phil didn't have the best sleep last night apparently. It was quite windy and his tent was flapping around. So that kept him up for a little bit. We were fine. It was windy, but the tent's sturdy as anything.
Phil's trying to fold up his shower tent again. Read the instructions.
While we wait for Phil to fold up a shower tent, and that could be a while, I'll give you a rundown for the day. From our camp here at the Elim River, we'll run north into Cooktown and do a little bit of reprovisioning before continuing north to Eddie's camp at Elim Beach. We're not going to take the main road there, however. We're going to use as many back roads as we can find. Leaving our little camping spot at Annan Creek. There's where the dude and the Nissan went down.
Green it?
I think so.
Oh, Phyllis.
Go, Phil, go!
Oh, he made it. Go, Phil. Are you ready, Tara?
Yep, we're ready, Annie.
We're in full tire. There we go.
Woo!
We've just come through Cooktown and recommissioned a fuel, water, another box of beer, and we're just making our way through to Eddie's camp. But instead of doing the main track, we've doing this little bypass through here, which is quite nice.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. I'm about to cross over. Hopefully it's not too deep because I haven't got the hubs locked in. What's it up to? Give me up.
Side step.
Just up to the step. And that little creek, I think there's a sign here. It says, beware of crocodiles.
Sighted in this area.
Sighted in this area. So it's...
We're out on a small bush track at the moment, heading towards Eddie's camp at Elim Beach. And we're only about probably 10k as the crow flies from it, so we're pretty close. Cape Bedford is immediately to our east. It's been quite a nice little track.
Little sections of rainforest.
Yeah, little creek crossings here and there.
Crocodile warning sign.
Yes. And there's a little light misting of rain, so it's actually keeping the dust down, which is kind of nice.
Alright, we've just arrived at Eddie's camp. So exciting. All visitors must report to campground and office. Go kite surfing.
Hey, we didn't bring our kite this time.
No. Elim Beach camping, here we are. Please pay before entry.
Some beachfront spots, hopefully.
Yeah.
Walking along Elim Beach at Eddie's camp. Quite a nice little spot here. Those sand cliffs you can see in the background are the colored sands, which we're going to visit in a couple of days' time. On tomorrow's itinerary is a visit to Cape Bedford, that large bluff in the background.
I think that looks like a crocodile nest.
Oh, I think so too.
Right? That's definitely a croc nest.
It is, Robin, definitely.
Here's something I just noticed when I was editing this video. Those aerial route runners on the mangroves. I didn't realize they had little tracks like that.
All these little shells are crawling around. And this little stream feeding into the ocean.
Today we explore the Cape Bedford area in what has to be one of the most spectacular drives that we've been on. There's an absolute spiderweb of tracks through the Cape itself, and you really do need good mapping software or satellite imagery to poke your way around there. But it is so worth it. Check this out for a spectacular drive. We're driving on the main track to Cape Bedford. At least that's where we believe we're heading.
We are just outside of Eddie's camp.
And it looks like we got a stunning day today. There's a fork up here, guys. Take the right fork and that'll take us over to South Cape Bedford. And when we come back, we can explore on the left fork, which will go over to the other side of the beach.
We've left some gear back at camp because we got another night there, and at the moment we're actually going for a drive up Cape Bedford. So we haven't quite got there yet. We're just doing a cross over the headland at the moment. It's stunning. The sand is orange. All right, just coming over the crest, looking out at that ocean, heading to South Cape Bedford.
Color at this point is a little reminiscent of the Simpsons. Very much. And we're coming up to the beach.
Up in there tight.
Runs along beside. We're not going into that tear.
No.
If you were having a whoa.
On the beach.
Little inland lagoon. How cute. Before we hit the beach. Big fresh
Pull up
water.
so we can flag up and get a photo op. Here.
Yeah, when it's tight, it's just around picking which is a less scratchy bush. Yeah, I just folded one mirror in. That was the first one, so yeah, they're pretty scratchy. Did you put wrap on yours, Scott? Nah, mate, no. When we did the last trip, about 3 or 4 days, I actually got them out. So I just put up with it. Yeah, same here.
On the beach. We pulled up on the beach to install our Jafffa flags on the aerials, just because it's kind of cool to be wheeling around with friends in a common group. Scott's wife Chrissy made these Jafffa flags for us for our last big trip across the desert, the Trackless Crossing. There's a video series in the library for that one to check out if you haven't seen it. I have often been asked, what does Jafffa stand for? Are we a club or something? Jill and I immigrated to Australia from Canada in 1994, 27 years ago now. When we moved here, we had no circle of friends or family and really wanted to meet people. We joined the local fire brigade as a way to meet people and give back to our local community. It was not long before we made some really close friends in that brigade, and from there, we started camping and four-wheel driving together. As it turned out, that group of friends, who are all in this video, still camp, travel, and talk shit together all these years later.
Hello, Robin, Billy, Maddie, Dalton, Madeline, Jilly!
Back in the day, people would see us wheeling or camping together and ask, "Are you guys in a four-wheel drive or camping club?" We would answer, "No, we're just a few friends fooling around." And that was the genesis of Jafffa. By the way, we sometimes turn that third F into another word, changing Jafffa from G-rated to R-rated, but it means exactly the same thing.
Jill finds a random pool noodle on the beach. Gimme!
We next run up the beach to South Cape Bedford, which has to be one of the most spectacular drives we've ever done. Check this out.
Crossing a little creek through a bit of a scrub, heading for South Cape Bedford.
The run up to South Cape Bedford is not difficult, but it does get the heart racing, because on one side you've got a sheer cliff into the ocean, and on the other side you got a sheer cliff into a paddock. And when you got 6 cars up at the top of the cape and you've got to spin them around, that really gets the heart racing.
This is unbelievable.
Oh yeah!
No dying today. No dying today.
No, don't. I don't know. I'm going to cry in a minute. I'm beside myself. I'm going to sit down in a minute.
All right, we're going to try and spin these cars around. It's going to be a real uneasy feeling, Arch.
I'm already
Yep, already uneasy.
uneasy. What have you been going for me?
You probably already know this, but it bears repeating.
Square it up. You don't have to go too far that way. What,
No.
that'll do you?
Whether you're on a cliff top like we are here, or down a rocky track in the bush,
You alright, mate?
use a spotter and trust your spotter.
You want me to just keep it up there, Arch? Yeah. Keep it up and pivot. Don't go too far forward. Yep. That'll do you. Even just a million-point turn. Lock and lock. Keep going.
Now, mate, lock, back and back again.
What looks like a good line from behind the driver's seat is oftentimes not the case. A spotter can see those things that you cannot, and it could very well save you coming to grief.
You're on the track.
Thank you very much.
I reckon you'll get that there if you want to put me going. No, it doesn't feel good. Okay, that's all right. I'm too scared. From here it looks fine. Yeah. That's got him. We're good. Another vehicle saved from the depths of despair. No, but maybe you should have a few rum and colas or something like that. That's while we're waiting.
If I could get them out now, I would be having something. Brown paper bag?
Ah, it's all good. It's all good, Robin. Mr. Curling, he'll go forward and reverse back down past Phil and do the same procedure.
And this is how tame it looks inside the vehicle. Very deceiving indeed.
Whatever you do, don't bump mine, because I got the handbrake on. We'll take all the rest of the cars out.
Stay up here, I think.
Freaking Toyota handbrakes.
Backing up that cliff edge is not a good feeling.
No.
How good they are.
No. No. I was feeling for you.
So what's your plan, Phil?
I reckon nearly here.
Bring your nose down
Yeah, I'll
here.
just start turning straight into here
Yeah?
and turn it here because this is the widest part.
Yeah, that's pretty wide, yeah.
Go down and then back up here, you'll be right.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Well, Robin, verdict?
I don't know. I had my eyes shut.
0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Did not. I'm not doing this again.
I figured you had your eyes closed.
I did
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah. All good.
Thank you.
show the hill, but that's first gear low range four-wheel drive, and you can hear it's running away. It's no throttle.
There sure was.
And humans too.
Yeah, it was not a comfortable moment.
No. As long as we all were safe. Looks at it on the photos and the footage. Everybody will say, "That's awesome."
Still at Cape Bedford, we're now heading in a southerly direction, and we got this little hill climb to take on. Looks pretty cool. Driving back south along the beach saw us have to take a little diversion around this headland. The video shows nothing on the steepness of this track.
Alright, we just headed back down the beach from, say, South Cape Bedford, and we just got to go up and over the headland to get back down onto the next beach. But the headland's quite steep, so she's a low range job. Grab the same little diff grabber, G.
Yeah, I didn't even see it. It's like, what hit me then? It's a really hard left. It'll have a couple of goes to turn when you get to the top.
Cape Bedford way off in the distance where we just come from. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. It's blowing a gale up here. I do have a windsock on.
Alright, we just stopped on this little bypass track up on the hill and had ourselves a cold beer, which is rather refreshing, and now we just got to get down off the hill and back onto the beach. Tears in front of us now. gear low range, just to stop the truck running away on us.
Geez, those buggers, they'll put those traffic cones anywhere, Terry. He must have walked a long way with that sucker.
Man, I've never seen that many traffic cones on a trip before.
We happened upon something very unusual along this beach run.
Yellow pool noodle.
We got the full.
We got the full rainbow, eh? That's awesome. What are the chances, hey?
We found brand new pool noodles scattered along the length of the beach.
I don't know if they all washed in at the same spot at the same time or all different, because they all look the same age.
All in good condition and all colors of the rainbow.
They were in, was in good shape.
Have a noodle?
I'm trying to memorize the colors of the pool noodles. There's a end of a green one sticking out of the sand too, next to it. There's another red one.
Maybe a container ship of noodles fell overboard or something. It was very odd. This is the type of track where our offline satellite app really comes in handy. It shows where you are on the satellite image in real time and offline. No internet connection needed. This is extremely helpful when the track you have found is not on the map, or is on the map, but you can't find the bloody thing. We had to hop out and hunt the track down on foot, but we eventually found it because we knew where to look. You could not see the track from the beach, so without the satellite image, it would have been impossible to locate. If anyone's interested in a rundown on this type of offline sat app, let me know in the comment section below.
Alright, what's happening here? Lots of tracks everywhere. We'll take the main one. We're on a very disused track through the silica sand dunes, heading back away from Cape Bedford now, back to the main road. Nobody's been on this track for a fair while.
Sand is so white.
It is. This is awesome. I love this stuff.
I love it.
I love it.
As the crow flies, we're only 2.9 k's from that intersection where we dropped that pin last night. Just up further, the road it should come to a Y, and we've actually got to make a right turn onto that Y.
Copy that.
Here's another perfect example of the power of offline satellite imagery. The Explorer Oz map says go right, but the left track looked more well-worn. A quick check of the satellite image versus our location, and it was clear that the left track was the better of the two, and they both ended up at the same location we were shooting for. I really do love this app.
Yeah, we're on it, mates, and the actual left track is far more formed. The right one runs down in that swamp.
Copy.
Just doing a little bit of landscaping on the way through here, as you can see. Fairly tight. Thank God we wrapped the car.
Our intention was to next visit North Cape Bedford and have some lunch there. Things did not go to plan, however, and we only made it this far. Why, you ask? I'll get to that in a second, but first we have a wig to present.
Kimberly!
I don't think that's cat worthy.
It is. It wouldn't normally be hat worthy, but it happened to you once before.
What's going on there, Kim?
Happened to Brock.
Kimmy, what are you picking out of the car?
Oh,
Green ants! Oh, did they bite your ass?
they bit me everywhere.
Terry, have you got a presentation to make?
I have a presentation for Kim.
There's another
Damn it.
bug up there.
Normally we wouldn't give this away this slightly, but this has happened to you once before, Kim.
No.
The crown.
Little bastards.
We got a bog car with a winch out. Must be some seriousness ahead.
And that's how fate can sometimes work. The bogged car in the right-hand track, who got out on their own, prevented us from reaching North Cape Bedford, so we took the left track to get to the northern beach. We did not get there either, but we met another car that was bogged to the eyeballs in a swamp with a broken winch cable. Who knows how long they would have been there on their own had we not come down that left track that fateful day.
See a dead tree there?
It's a bit swampy, but second gear low range.
And there's another one. We've just come across this muddy crossing. Some young guys that were camped near there, fully stuck, diffed out. We've got to try and get to the other side and help them. I'll just show you where they are. They're over here.
Yeah, you're good, mate. You're in. So we've just diffed out in this bog hole, and we gotta just winch Maddie out very slowly. It's not going to take much to get him out of there. Is the winch not working?
Terminated.
Yeah, it's stinky mud too. All right, another car? All right.
Well, this is what we come across. It's not looking good. And Matt's gone down trying to get over, and we've got another couple over here. They're stuck. Well, Dalton's winch isn't working, so Terry's taking his in to have a go. And we've got Matt out. And we'll see how we go from there. This stuff is sticky.
Hello, Taz, you fine? You're in. Hang on, take up slack. Alright, everyone out?
You ready, man?
Everyone back.
Is Terry having to get Matt out?
Right down, Matt.
How's that feel, Matt? Oh no. Leaves you out.
Easy, Arch. Hang on to her.
Yeah, hook that on your car, mate. Massively long. Even if we take it back to one of these trees back here, with that tree trunk protector and another shackle.
Winch pulled off. You despooled it. Spooled the bloody winch. Far out.
There she goes. Making some progress. Back that way.
You want to see some seriously deep water crossings? Until next episode, bye now.